letting go, the natural reminder that things have a cycle. The natural example that in your life that sometimes the idea that of a season is important to understand and recognize. And potentially sometimes you are getting some example, you're getting some physical reminder that you need to let go. That you don't need to let go, and it doesn't necessarily need to be something where that you feel some kind of way about it. Like it's something that you regret. No, the letting go is the celebration of the moment. Because if you hold that moment so close, then you never get to experience the depth and scope of that moment. Because the closer you hold something, it appears differently to you. As something expands and leaves your hands, it takes on a new likeness. And you get to experience it differently. And so the letting go really isn't necessarily that you have to relinquish that you're having an experience. It's just the understanding and the idea that in experience, there is a depth to it and an understanding that even what you see, you need to give yourself the opportunity to see it from a different perspective and vantage point. That as something expands and your vision is challenged, there is still growth and appreciation. And so for that today, we talk about fall, and once again, that's just one of my, I love scarves and hats, and man, if you knew me, I like to put it on. I just come from a time where men opened doors. When you didn't arrive to meet a woman empty-handed. And when I don't always talk about buying something and something being mercantile, don't misunderstand me, because if you don't understand what that was about, it was about reverence. It wasn't necessarily about trying to win you over in this moment. It was about the opportunity to show you the effort that you're worthy of. And you set the stage and the precedent that between you and me, we will never be lazy. That between you and I, we will always take the opportunity to show appreciation. And it's a crazy thing. Appreciation can be small. It doesn't always have to be a gift. You don't always have to stop by the florist or the place to pick up something and, go in your pockets. I say that to young brothers all the time that I go, no. Put your wallet away, my man. Put your card away. Take a few moments and see her. Tell me what you see. Tell her what you see. Pay attention to the little things, to the way the light reflects off the iris, the different shades of brown in her eye, that you can see the reflection. You know when you have looked at someone deeply, when you see your reflection in their eyes. Now, some of us won't ever have that experience, but some folks know what I'm talking about when you've looked deep into a person. One of my favorite songs talks about Lauren says how she would love to watch you when you sleep. For some people that's creepy, but for me in my era, from what I'm talking about, I'm like, no, wait a minute. It had nothing to do with stalking you. And in a moment, it had to do with moving in the middle of the night and getting captivated by you. That looking upon you brought a level of appreciation. And then to appreciate you, sometimes you get lost in it. You've caught yourself looking at someone and just go, wow, man, bad. And you would almost see them deeper than the way that they see themselves. You would appreciate them more than potentially they appreciate themselves. We all know someone that we think is absolutely, astoundingly beautiful. But they don't move in that way. They don't carry themselves in that way. They don't move in a way that they feel their own beauty. They have been beat down so much that the ordinariness is what they carry, not their extraordinariness. Because the fact is, there's only one of you. And we all understand that, quite frankly, in this life, people can treat you so ordinarily. And in those moments, I like to remind you that it has nothing to do with you. And it has everything to do with them. And we have to be careful to let someone else's vision and lack of awareness become the way we see ourselves. Sometimes you have to be careful that the way a person carries themselves and their lack of verbiage of how they speak to their own experience. Because quite frankly, I've always believed if you only got 5 words to tell me happy, mad, sad, and glad, wow, well, that's gonna be a short conversation. And it's not so much that they need to be big words. No one said that you need to get into in your dictionary. But when they said the old adage, know thyself, that just speaks to time, attention, and effort. And so today, as we talk about fall, and I'm walking through the park, man, and I'm having pumpkin spice latte because I'm a coffee guy. I love me some coffee, but in those moments, sometimes what we're doing is we're denying our own growth. We're not recognizing our own experience. And that puts us in a position that we don't even recognize the experience and the growth of those people around us. So as the leaves fall from the trees and as they float to the ground, take a moment and say thank you for an awareness so keen that you can travel and transcend space and time, to go back in a moment to show gratitude, be present in this moment to take a cleansing breath and breathe out into your future what you really want to see in yourself and the people around you that you love. I appreciate you coming and see us. Once again, this is Soulful Chatter.